we will be starting with our next topic, and that topic is Netflix. Jason, do you know why Netflix is in the news today?
Actually, no.
Okay, so oh my god, Netflix is in the news today because they had a massive announcement. They are cracking down on the password sharing.
Oh, so they're actually doing it now.
Yes, they're actually doing it now.
Okay.
Have you shared your Netflix password?
I've had it shared with me.
Oh my god, this
Not
guy,
the one
this guy's
sharing.
This guy's gatekeeping. No. What is it? So, Netflix has gone out and said that they will not stand for this anymore. What they are doing is that they are saying to their customers that it's one Netflix account per household. And if you don't follow those rules and you share your password outside of your household, they're going to charge you.
Interesting. I wonder how they're going to do it, because I know, at least for me, whenever I use my computer, I always use a VPN. So, like, how if you have a whole household that has people all using VPNs?
You're just streaming from Canada? You're like, VPN is in Canada?
I mean, it's like not...
My God, this guy's all over the place.
It's not that far away. You know, like, I would typically, like, VPN from, like...
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
a state close by, but not, like, the same state. But anyways, but, like, if you're using...
Think about the VPN issue. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because if you're using it just to, like, for your own personal privacy... Then, like, it'll from their end, they're gonna see that, like, oh, it's coming from different places, and they're gonna charge you 4 times.
Yeah, they're gonna charge you a lot. Yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect.
Yeah, so using I wonder if they're gonna tell you not to use a VPN. I know sometimes they do tell you, like, oh, you're using a VPN, you need to stop.
You know, the thing I wanted to say that it's actually important that you mentioned that, because they had
VPNs?
mentioned that it's gonna be $7.99
Per additional
per member outside the household. Yeah.
What's the initial? For
their
regular membership.
Regular membership, I think it's like $9.99, and I think it's $6.99 with ads. But
yeah,
so it'll be $7.99 additional for every member outside their household, which could add up a lot if you're sharing it with like maybe 3 people. It would be like like over $20.
Yeah.
So it could add up a lot. And I think that personally, I feel like this is like, I think Netflix originally got a lot of backlash for this, because they had said it's like, Netflix is sharing passwords, and it's like they actually encourage you to share your password with other people, but now they're backtracking on that and saying it's like, hey, we don't want you doing that. We're actually losing a lot of money because you guys are sharing all these passwords. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't. I think a lot of people took it was a very negative view for Netflix because of that. But at the same time, I think they're still one of the best in serving content. So I don't know if people might pay the additional. I know that I don't pay for Netflix because I have mine. I have mine free through T-Mobile.
Oh, I mean, you're still paying for it.
It's the worst, by the way. It's legitimately, yeah, I am still paying for it, but it's legitimately the worst. It's like standard definition.
What is
480p?
That's not standard. I feel like standard should be 1080p. Like, yeah, no, and this time, like, it's gonna look so bad on your TV.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about. I don't use it that often, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's. I think that it's in the news because a lot of people are angry at that. I do know a lot of people who share their passwords though, because it was free. It was free before.
Yeah.
Now it's like essentially saying it's like this thing that you've had free for many years. It's like we're taking that away from you, and we're charging you if you do share it. I personally think that the cost of sharing should be a lot less, in my opinion. If it was maybe like $4.99, I think it might be a little bit more acceptable, or even $3.99. I think people would pay that and not really make too much of a fuss about it. But I don't know. Maybe it's a price point thing. Maybe I think people are price sensitive.
I think it's more that a service they got for free, effectively, is being taken away. Like, maybe they don't use it enough to justify having their own subscription, but like if they could when they have a new series come out, just use it then. Yeah. And if they have that free thing, like, you know, then they just use it then.
Yeah. I think it's I think it's interesting. It's an interesting topic.
Would it be better if they just paid for 1 month? Like, do you think like, oh, if they just do like per season thing, but make it like a certain thing, so they could like go
Oh.
watch it, but only
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about
like
that.
how like what would be an alternate model for them to do instead of cracking down? They could like still. One thing they could do, would be really funny or like interesting is that if they do the accounts that do share, they serve ads to.
Oh yeah, that would be
That would be
good.
probably the better option is that they have a main account that doesn't have ads, and then any additional account that's added on would be served ads.
That's actually a good idea. And you know what?
Because then it would be like, well, they still get it, but some of the money is recouped through ads.
Yeah, I think that would be good, and especially like every time you sign in, they would be able
'Cause
to
then-
hand you
yeah.
ads. I think that'd be crazy. Yeah, I think that would be good. Personally, I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I mean, like maybe Netflix is not set up for ads because it's always been a non.
They have.
Ad.
It said that they had an ad service. One
Do
with
they?
ads. Yeah.
Really?
Let me fact check this. But you reminded me that. Can you imagine if Hulu went through
Oh.
and it was like, hey, we allow. We allow sharing, but then the person you share with gets double the ads.
You wouldn't be watching anything if there's ads on ads.
Oh God.
Yeah, because I think that would be the kind of middle ground. Because then it'd discourage people from sharing. Because then it'd be a lot less of a optimal watching experience.
Yeah.
Or like if the main account has 1080p, then the alternate accounts get 480p with ads, and then it'd be like, okay, now it's not that good of a value. Like if I really want to watch something and I don't care about it, I'll just deal with it. But then like I'm more encouraged to like get my own because then I get the true experience.
Yeah, and I also fact checked this. Yeah, so they do have Netflix starting with ads.
Really?
For $6.99. It started in November.
Oh.
I read that and I was like, yeah, that's. I was like,
Huh.
oh, I didn't know they had an ad version, but yeah, it started in
Makes sense.
November. Which is crazy, but I think if like the person you share with, if it costs a little less, and if they serve you ads, then I think it would. Or even if they just serve you ads, I think it would work perfectly.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to think about.
The thing is that ad rates aren't even that great either, according to people.
Yes, I think I would just not even. But some people do get like some people
Decent
do hook
ad
on.
rates.
Yeah, some people do get decent ad rates, but
Mm-hmm.
for the large part, I think they could have handled this a little better. But I do understand from their perspective, the business
From the
need.
from business side, yeah. Like the valuation of Netflix needs to be justified, and it's like, oh, we have this many subscribers. Like, but how many of those subscribers are paying? We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk. We have these many active users, but how many are paying? We don't.
You have one guy sharing it with like 20 people, and they're like, yeah, we have
That's
this many
everything.
active users, and it's like all
Yeah.
of these people at the same time are watching this one show. I don't
Yeah,
know.
all at the same time.
No, I think it kicks you out after I think if there's like more than 3 people watching.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy, but I do understand. Yeah, they have a huge valuation. They spend a ton of money on content, and it's like it makes sense that they want to make this.
Because the thing is that with streaming, like this is a different topic in itself, but like Disney is having trouble with being profitable as a streaming service.
They lost a bunch of subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost subscribers, and like the content costs too much money for how much they're making.
Yeah.
I think they haven't made enough money.
This is another topic too, but Paramount's partnering is including Showtime. So Paramount is including Showtime, but that's another topic too. It's a bunch of I don't know what's happening. Maybe the streaming services are consolidating, or I don't know. I don't know. It could be a lot of stuff.
Multiple things happening at the same time.
People aren't inside anymore as much anymore over the past few years. They didn't see the
Yeah.
growth. It could be a lot of things. The shows aren't as entertaining.
Probably the shows.
Squid Game 2 isn't out yet.
I think the last issue would be the like how full the streaming space is.
Yeah.
Because like if you need to have like 10 different streaming services, like that's why Netflix doesn't get money, because if you need a Hulu, a Paramount, whatever else,
Apple TV.
yeah, and then each one has their own like unique thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So like, how can you justify having like 5, 6 streaming services? That's like $70 a month
you
for
only have
something.
so much time and so
Yeah,
much. You could only view something so much. I know people who view only sign up for like 1 month for a certain season and
yeah.
two for certain shows, and
Because
then they get off.
yeah, because I mean, I guess that's why they do like, okay, well, Netflix doesn't do this, but some like Disney does the weekly releases of like Mandalorian or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that will make sure that they at least have 2 months or something of
Didn't
subscription.
didn't Netflix drop the all at once? I think they did.
Not for
No.
everything. Like
Oh
some
really?
of some shows they do still. Like I know certain content they said they were gonna do it because like those types of watchers they prefer a weekly release of the content.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, the type of customer that uses Netflix enjoys the binging experience, is what they have said.
Yeah. They drop all of they just need a show like The Office and they drop all of The Office all at once
Oh, that yeah.
so you spend a year watching it.
But I mean, like, even then, you're not spending that much time.
That's crazy thinking about it. That was one of their biggest shows. It's The Office, and they once they took like I think it went to Peacock or something. It's
Yeah.
like, they lost a bunch of people.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so it's crazy.